Hi, and welcome to Stamp with Ginny. Today I'm going to share with you this little birthday card I made using the piece of cake stamp set found in the Occasions catalog. So let me set this aside and we'll get started. Okay, we're going to start with the focal point, and I'm going to be using my Stampartus and my Stampin' Spot. I like to use those because it keeps things a little bit cleaner. And I'm going to take my Whisper White cardstock and I am going to place it into the corner here, making sure that my magnets are not close to each other. I'm going to take the spot, and this happens to be soft suede, and ink up that little cake. And I've already done the work to make sure that my stamps are in the right location. And as you can see, I'm using this case here next to my plate in order to keep things nice and firm when inking. That's just a little tip that you can do. Okay, I've placed my second plate on the top here, and I'm going to use my Stampin' Spot, and I'm going to ink up these three images. I'm doing the sentiment and the pedestal and flower topper all at the same time. Okay, I'm going to press down and then lift up, and I've got my cake ready, so I'm ready to set this aside. Okay, and now I'm ready to color. I'm using my Stampin' Write marker, and this happens to be the powder pink. I'm using the thicker end, which is the flare tip, and I am going to simply color this pedestal by adding a few pops there to highlight, and the pink frosting within the cake. And then I'm going to pick a few of these flowers and quickly color those in. And then I'm going to take my Garden Green Stampin' Write marker, and you can use the small end for this if you'd like. I'm using the flare tip end, and I'm just using some really light pressure so that I don't make it go out of the lines. And there we go. So now I'm ready to add this to my card front. So let me bring over the card base and the Designer Series paper that I'm going to be using for this. And this happens to be the powder pink collection of in colors for 2017, and I'm going to add some adhesive to the back here. Flip this over because I like the stripes, and I'm going to use my grid paper and line this up at about 1/2 inch. There we go, and adhere that down. And then I'm going to flip over my cake piece, which is the focal piece, and add some more adhesive to the back. And I'm going to attach this so that it is about 1/4 inch from the right hand edge here. And now I'm ready for my ribbon, and I'm using this Yummy Metallic Ribbon Combo Pack that you can find in the annual catalog. I'm going to wrap it around the inside. And it doesn't matter where I tie my knot, because since it's wrapped around the inside, I can slide this to where it needs to be when I'm finished. So I'm going to tie my knot here and trim my end and the top here. And then I can move my ribbon to the side, and I can bow this up a little bit and slide it to where I want it to be. It's that quick and easy. Now I'm going to add the embellishment here down the center, and I am going to bring in my powder pink cardstock and one of our Itty Bitty Blooms punches. I love these little punches. They add a little pop to any project like this, and I'm going to punch 3 of those. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to bring my mat over here from the Stampartus, or you can use your firm foam pad, and I'm going to use the end here from my Pick-a tool, and I am going to simply press in the center of these flowers to kind of make them come up on the edges, and then I'm ready to add them to my card front. So I'm going to place one in the middle here and one on either side. And I'm doing that with the multi-purpose glue, but you could also use glue dots, which would allow you to work a little cleaner and you don't have the dry time. Once I've got those on, I'm ready to bring in my basic rhinestone jewels and my Pick-a tool, and I'm going to pick up 3 rhinestones and place them in the center of my flowers just to add a little bit of bling. We like things to be shiny. and catch their attention. And as you can see, this glue isn't dried yet, so things are moving around a little bit, which the glue dot would prevent. But it also allows me to adjust things if I need to, since there's a little more dry time. And the final rhinestone goes here. There we go. Now we've got the card front done, and I am ready to work on the inside. I'm bringing in my Whisper White panel and my soft suede classic ink. And one of the little sentiments from the set, who cares what the question is? And I'm stamping, and I can now add this to the inside of my card real quick and easy. There we go. So let me bring the original in again. If you'd like any of these products, feel free to stop by my online store. You can get there from my blog, Stamp with Jini. Thanks for joining me.